All right, here it is. We're kicking it off. The 11th Westcoast Highlife.
And you already know who we are at this point.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't figured it out, there's some issues. It's 11.
It's
I think
11.
we've doubled down today.
Yeah.
It was 10 last week.
doubled down.
It was 10 or 11, and what is in infancy as things go in terms of podcasts. But here we are. So we're gonna introduce ourselves as we do every day that we do this fucking podcast.
Every day I always introduce myself to everyone I know.
We have to, just so you
Hey
guys know.
it's me.
Hey, it's me. It's Mark. It's Mark Hovey.
That's Ben the Fart Fudge over there. Myself, Darcy Douglas, to my right,
Alexander Klein.
and to his right,
This mic is stinky.
and then to Chris's right is
Mr. Rudo Roberts.
the Rude Boy, and to his left
I
or
already
right, fuck, I don't even know.
myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Judas Priest.
Yeah, I was like right off the bat, I'm Mark Hovey.
Oh, Mark Hovey's right in there.
Fuck you.
Six of us
all
here
right,
today.
shit.
Six
okay.
of us.
Yeah, we got a good crew for this podcast.
And 6 beers.
We make it past 10 episodes, and then people start to flock. If you build it, they will come.
Is that true?
It's kind of like a Field of Dreams.
Eventually, this audience
I
will be
haven't.
full. And they'll just
Yeah,
paying to
someday
hear us
thousands of
talk.
people will sit here just to like.
That would be awesome if we had some audience members.
Oh my God! What are they gonna say next?
Some shit. They said some shit.
We could videotape
I knew
it and
it. I knew
project
they
it
were
on the
gonna talk.
screen. We could have a
We'll
live
have to
feed.
open it up.
Yeah,
Oh my
hanging
God.
on our every
It's
word.
not. It's
man.
not that out of bounds for here to think of people paying to hear me talk, because
You're just so fucking funny. I know.
my comedy career is about to launch, and I'm funny as fuck.
Yeah. So what's up? When is the next comedy show? You got one lined up
Monday.
at where is
At
that?
the Canby in
Every
Esquimalt.
Oh, nice.
Every
Where
Monday
comedy
I'm down
goes to
there now.
die, apparently. Hey.
Where comedy goes to die, and I kill it one night at a time.
The bomb.
Nice.
Yeah, with AIDS.
So shit.
This is the big summer wind down podcast.
It is. We're here coming
2
up to the end of
weeks.
August, and quite a bit's happened since the last podcast. Lots of festival fun, sunshine.
We went to Shambhala, me and Darcy.
Dane was there as well,
We
actually.
fucking killed it.
Yeah, man, that was.
I don't know if Dane killed it, but I'm sure you had a good time. Yeah, you killed it too.
We got to hear everyone tell a story from Shambhala.
Okay, all right, yeah, good call. We'll start.
It's got to be a good story, though. I want some
good
conflict.
story.
I want some
Conflict.
challenges and obstacles to overcome.
I want
Some
the protagonist
character
to
Shambhala
grow a
was
little
just,
bit.
I want a character
I wanna
arc.
see
Dynamic character
I started
development.
off as this very flat character moving into
Yeah, well,
the
you were
world of
2D at the
Shambhala.
time.
I was 2D,
Yeah.
I didn't quite know my own
And I'd
dimensions.
love for each
And then,
of the tales to intermingle and come in and out of each other's stories.
It was the search for the.
I don't want
insight.
anyone else coming in my story, just me.
Okay, all right, fair
Nice
enough.
one.
I don't want anybody.
Did you actually have
coming
an
in my
orgasm
story.
up there?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Believe
dude. I thought about jerking off in my tent, but
No.
then I was like, one, it's probably weird for other people, and two, I'm not that aroused. right
Actually, no, but there was someone that was fucking a speaker
What?
in the Fractal
The
Forest.
girl
Oh,
or
really?
guy?
Like on the
A
speaker?
dude was actually humping the speaker because Murgatroyd.
Did he have wood?
Well, I don't fucking know. I mean,
Heavens to
dude, I thought he was-
Murgatroyd.
Okay, listen.
There's some things you
Murgatroyd
just
said.
don't ask.
Murgatroyd went we were just all there. We were dancing, having a good time, and then he looks over. He's like, "Oh, come on!" And then I'm like, "Oh, what is he fucking his girlfriend or something from behind?" Right.
He's
then
like,
and then.
dude, I need some
I
privacy. I'm
thought
fucking a
that's
speaker.
That's what it was, but it wasn't.
It wasn't?
It wasn't. He
In
was
fact.
fucking the
He
speaker.
was just humping the speaker.
Wow.
The
So
port.
you
The
might have
speaker
had an
port.
I've
orgasm.
never heard of that before.
Well, you've never felt bass like that either.
That
Yeah, no
Fractal
shit.
Forest was crazy.
The bass at Shambhala, like at Pagoda
almost
and
too mu-
Fractal,
When you get
Almost
close enough
too
to the speakers, it
Your
rattles
vocal
your
cords
entire
start to like shake.
rib
Wow.
cage.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Your organs
Yeah.
get a good workout
If you
too.
start
Yeah.
to get,
I-
get
I-
nauseous, though.
I-
That's when
it's
it's too much.
I liked it at some parts, but sometimes it was too much. But
Did you have
I had
earplugs?
I had my earplugs.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes, because it's just so much around me. Sometimes I put my sunglasses on
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
was just like a
Because
shield.
you didn't even
you
need
just
to
cut
worry
the
about what the
input out a
fuck
little
I'm
bit.
looking
Dude,
at.
Well, no,
blockers.
it's just a shield, it's
Yeah.
just
Hater blockers.
Hater blockers.
so much.
Yeah.
There's just so much
So much
stimulus
hate.
coming up.
Yeah,
once.
it's sensory overload. Is
You know what
it
I
is.
mean? Yeah. So it's like a way to get ready.
Sounds
to
like
pit
drugs to
and
me.
just have it.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's
I think there were some
raining
drugs there.
lasers.
There were a few
There
drugs
were a
there.
few drugs there.
Sunglasses on
Actually,
to shield
usually-
the
I
world.
mean, all the time, but I mean, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Well,
drugs.
the thing about bass is earplugs don't even really do it. Like bass cuts right through your guts.
Well, it's a
It
lot
cuts
of
through
pressure on
everything.
you.
I have
You
no
know,
idea
it's-
how some of the people without earplugs were as close to the stage as they were, because even with them right in
But
there, it
then
was still
even with
super
that-
intense.
Yeah.
yeah,
goes like right through your stomach. You can feel it in your
Yeah,
chest.
you can feel it all in your.
Yeah.
in
Well,
your
see,
Really low
I've been to
frequencies
Shambhala
can
for
make you
3 years
nauseous.
now, and this is Fudge's first year.
It was
And
great.
I remember he got there, like 10 o'clock on Thursday. We didn't
Yeah, it
really
was close
know.
to 10.
Because if you tell someone where you are at Shambhala, it's kind of like, it's very vague. Because you're like, oh, I'm by Camp Fucker.
The site is also really, really big. Like, it's hard to wrap your head around it if you've never been there.
It's probably 100 acres or something, right?
Well, that's huge.
Yeah. And
Well,
so
13,000 people camp there, so
Right.
Yeah.
big enough to
Yeah.
hold that
But
and
the
the venue
stages
of the
are, like,
stages.
Close enough together that you're not.
The stages are about like what 5-6 minutes apart.
They
Maybe
build
some of
they
them,
build like a city basically, and in this city there's like food service, there's like vending, there's like merchants, there's a lot of stages, like a rock pit stage which focuses primarily on like live bands, and then later on in the evenings they'll bring DJs in. Then they have like Fractal Forest, which is basically a stage in a forest, a fucking Ewok village, with the stage centered in the middle, and then 360 degrees around is like all these places you can dance and listen to the tunes, and it's all speaker arrays, so it sounds really fucking good, pretty much wherever you are.
Like in
And
the trees and
it's
whatnot?
really phenomenal. PK Audio are the guys who do it, and they're based out of Kelowna, and they basically reverse engineered a speaker like the ones you guys see in here, the EAW boxes that we have. And they have just been front runners in terms of pioneering the audio out of the interior.
For like outdoor sound.
Any type of sound.
Do you mean reverse engineered? They just took like the most expensive or the nicest one just so they could build it
Yeah,
themselves
they
and cut
looked
down
at-
on cost.
They look
and
kind
then
of like
scale it up to the
they said,
size of the
who
event
makes the
needed.
best speakers? How do they make their speakers? Let's engineer a speaker box that's similar to these. Sounds really fucking good.
Did they need to
and
scale up the
costs
size
a
too?
third of the price. What's that?
And
Did they need to
outsourced it
scale
to
up the
China.
size just to accommodate the sound
Yeah,
of the
well,
stages and
you can
stuff?
just add more power, basically add more speakers to a system if you have to equate for more people, right? But the thing is with like all their stages this year, like Pagoda being the main stage, they were just, it was just such phenomenal sound, like regardless of where you were really. And they spent a fucking $100,000 on this laser unit. And I don't know if you guys remember seeing that huge one they mount on top of the Pagoda. They basically shoot it out into space, and then they'll like fire it back along all the tree line.
Cool.
It's so fantastic. And when you're tripping, it's like,
It was
wow,
amazing.
You know?
It's funny, like the value of that has totally fluctuated with how messed up you've been. Like when you're loaded, you're like $250,000, man, $250,000 for that laser.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I'm sure it was like, I said it was
And then
probably
later
like
on in the
Darcy
night,
was
that's
in
700,000.
$2 million.
Darcy
my
was in
estimates.
rare form there. Like one of the nights, he just decided he was gonna let the roof off, and he started pounding hard booze. And there's a certain facet of Darcy that comes out when his eyes like come down to half mast, and he gets his arms, he's all huggy.
I
and
start
he's
yelling shibbity whoa.
He starts like doing like the reggae rap, and it's just it's like as soon as I saw that guy come out, I was like, I need to continue feeding him booze because I want this guy to stay out as long as I
Where will
can.
this
dude.
go? That night, I mean, the whole party kind of turns into one big mush of time because you know you get like a little bit of sleep, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a night, but it's too fucking hot.
It's
in the
weird.
mornings, right?
It's weird how quickly it becomes normal to be like,
yeah, you're
I'm
like,
not
oh,
gonna
I got
sleep
3
at all.
hours, I'm good.
All I'm having for dinner is candy, and then I'm just gonna drink and
No,
party all
beer.
day.
See, I think that's what you learn from like
crazy.
going in your first year as a newbie to being like a third or fourth year veteran, is that you learn like how you survive, man. You learn how to fucking survive, and it's like
Lockwoods.
you bring good food, you cook a fucking
Set up
good
traps.
breakfast
I
every
would have hoped
day.
Yeah,
that I
get
learned
lots
how to
of
survive
protein.
before I got to Shambhala.
Well,
Just in
on
terms of
eating
like
topics.
pacing,
I'm not
pacing
talking
yourself.
about survive in
and-
general. I'm talking about survive the festival, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it is a fucking
Like
onslaught.
to be able to
Yeah.
maximize the time you're able to enjoy yourself, and you're not recovering and feeling like shit.
This is true.
So the quickest
Yeah.
fix
It's
is
all
candy.
about candy, lots of candy, lots of prescription candy, and
Yeah.
lots of non-prescription candy.
I try and bring like chili with me and stuff I make beforehand. I know it's full of like vegetables and real
Yeah,
food.
wasn't that your big
so-
plan to bring up
Quinoa,
like, a
man.
vat of
Yeah,
chili?
I did bring up
You
a lot of
normally
chili.
do.
I only had a little bit because I was like, all right, everyone, chili dogs.
I thought the
Yeah,
kiosks were pretty
nice.
good.
The
Like,
food
I-
was really
and
good.
it wasn't. I thought it would be like maybe a bit more jacked than it was. I mean, so the wraps are a little expensive, but not that bad. Like, I mean,
Oh, dude, it's poutine all the way for me. If I bought
Festival's
anything,
always
I'd
a
be
little
buying poutine.
expensive, eh?
But like,
But the quality
always
of the
jack it
food
up
and the
'cause you're
portions
stuck
were
in
actually
there.
not.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
weren't
It
that
wasn't
bad.
It
Like
was
Yeah.
alright.
you
It
didn't
was
feel like
That's
you were
cool.
getting ripped
That's
off.
cool.
You
That's
felt
important.
Full, like, when you
Yeah.
Well,
you're
how
not
about
being paid
what about the
$12.
good stories, like about the drugs?
oh my god.
Because
You
we can
guys
talk about
did
lasers and
drugs?
food.
Well,
but
okay, so I brought this fucking like horse head, this like stuffed the horse head that looked like Alf. I swear it looked a fucking T like Alf, and I'm like, man, I'm bringing Alf on the trip, and I
I'm so
decided
glad
that I
you're
was.
not talking about a girl
I'm gonna
right now.
post some photos because I was taking like photos with Alf's head, basically traveling around all the way to the trip to Shambhala and during Shambhala, And then I decided I was going to turn this fucking horse head into like Bebop from the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
And
Cool.
I just stuck like these fiber optic rings through his nose and ears and stuff. And
You spent like 2.5 hours
Yeah.
mangling this thing
Yeah.
with an X-Acto knife. I brought slicing
Yeah.
holes in it and threading.
I was like, thank
threading,
God I
like,
still have my
slicing
fingers.
through it.
So meth was involved.
yes, no.
Checked out.
It was
Yeah.
my slogan on the thing was high horse. It was pretty fucking hilarious. And all these people tripping out on K were like, dude, wow, man. Yes, they farted too, though, at the same
How did you
time.
come up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I wrote a whole bunch of stuff in there. But this fucking LED belt buckle that I had took like an hour to input like 5 letters. Because you had to go through sequence by sequence, like
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E. Okay, done.
Yeah,
A,
maybe
B,
you
C,
need to
D, E.
make stuff like that easier to program.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
with your
ideally you
iPhone
could
or
just
something.
plug it in, right?
Yeah.
and
Hook it up.
But there are some fucking awesome costumes. People go all out at Shambhala, man. I mean, I'm sure it's at some other festivals too, but at Sham, like, you just see people who've put so much time and effort into the things they've got. Like, this one person had this it was like, have you guys ever heard of this L-wire stuff? It's like, it's battery pack powered, and it's like a LED essentially. But it's long and stringy in like 10-foot sections.
Yeah.
And so someone had taken like 6 colors of LED L-wire, and they'd fucking fashioned an Olympic torch, and it looked like a flower. It was
Yeah, it looked
fucking
like a tulip.
impeccable.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. And I was like, this was during the Olympics
big
too,
was
right?
it,
End of the
like-
Summer Olympics.
Like how big?
It would have been like, I don't know, 4 feet high by like a couple feet wide. And it was so impressive. I was like, wow, that must have taken a lot of fucking time, you know? And some people just go out like that.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah. I mean, I fucking took an easy option and just jabbed shit into it for like 2 hours while I was getting high on mushrooms. But, you know,
It's probably only second to like Burning Man.
Burning
for-
Man.
I'd say Burning Man's
which
probably
at
the
the end of this
good
week,
grandfather.
it
Coachella,
starts-
I think, has a bigger attendance.
Well, the
Oh, yeah.
attendance
But
of
probably
Burning
not
Man
as
is
wacky
60,000.
Don't know.
or
Ma-
creative.
Burning
I
Man's the
heard.
that
biggest.
matter.
Yeah.
In North America, anyway.
Yeah, it is, and they do fashion a whole city, and this year it actually looks like a giant eye.
Really?
Yeah, and so they'll be expecting 60,000 people to come celebrate the Burning Man on this Saturday, and then the temple on Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Burning Man's fucking epic. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of the like time lapse footage that has
Yeah.
been done from Burning Man. There's this really good thing called Time Lapse Miss Maximus, and dude, yes, you couldn't do it. You couldn't get it away. I love it when that doesn't happen for Fudge. It's like fucking pain
It's a
inside you,
misfire.
hey? Yeah,
And a shart, maybe.
they're
Blank.
potentially sharded.
Pressure needs to get out of me.
But no, Burning Man has this
Big pressure.
video called Time Lapse Maximus, and it's like 25 minutes long.
Is that the one
Shows
you've
you-
seen on your projector?
Yeah,
it's
it's
a really
really
interesting
colorful. Shows you all the sort of different sides of the displays and installations. Where I think Burning Man is a lot about people bringing an experience. Like, you're not just there to party and experience it passively.
You're there
You're there to actively engage and bring people
Yeah.
into your own
Well,
experience.
it's different in that.
and
like,
also to burn.
yeah,
things.
it's
So
it's
you
a
put
cleansing
intention-
for sure at
you
the
put
end, right?
intention into the Burning Man, or
Yep.
you can go and put a prayer on the temple wall, and then before it burns, and there's a lot of thought going into
Definitely.
that.
and there's no money allowed, I've heard.
No,
Like,
There's
not allowed
currency in
to-
Burning Man, I think.
I mean there's city streets. I mean you need a bike.
Blowjobs
Dude, to
are
get around
always
there.
going to be
They
an
have a
effective
department of
currency.
motor vehicles for Burning
never
Man.
changed.
Like, if you want to bring a car up there or bring like a special event
Yeah.
car, you got to get like a license and permit from the DMV of Black Rock City. It's fucking
I'd
amazing.
love to take that driving test.
Here,
Hey, here's a bunch of acid.
So yes, can you manage to
go.
drive a car
You
for
drive in a
approximately an
dust storm.
hour? Fuck,
Yeah, no,
man.
well they should, because I mean at least one person dies there each year, and if you don't have lights all over your body and on your bike, you're gonna get struck by somebody.
Yeah, you got to
In the
be
pitch black at night, yeah,
well, the
it's
pitch
probably
black,
pretty
and
easy.
also the whiteouts that they have with all that playa dust, and there you go, he snuck one in. He's a
We're gonna
man.
mark
about
that
that.
mic as awful.
the brown one.
The plague.
The plague mic, yes.
Gross.
We'll give that to people we don't like. But yeah, I'm thinking Burning Man maybe next year, or if I can graduate 4 years of Shambhala, and then I'll do my master's at Burning Man.
I don't know. They
how it
might have
works.
Soundwave again next year. So Soundwave and Shambhala would be a good one festival a month for the summer.
Yeah.
Space it out. We have people that camp.
Well,
hard
there's
there.
it's good to work for a festival in July and then go to
yeah,
party
I
at
wouldn't
one
mind
in August,
volunteering for
so-
Shambhala next year.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
couldn't see our group doing Soundwave without me though, because I'm pretty much the only fun one in the group now. So it'd just be like a lot of old people doing lame shit.
But they'd have a
That's
generator.
Ben's
Yeah,
humility
that's
again
true.
coming into play.
Who's gonna take over the Soundwave?
I don't know.
Is John
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
it?
I've just heard rumors that they're going to try and get it up and running again next year, and if they do, I'd like to attend.
Yeah, hopefully
The
they can
Caution Crew, you
reinvigorate
mean?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camp Caution.
So I cut my
cautiously
teeth on
camps.
music festivals.
Yeah, fucking. So back to Shambhala. We're talking about some of the highlights, and one of the highlights for me was a good friend of mine, or friends of mine, in Rocky Mountain Rebel Music. These guys, they played a show on Saturday night from 9 till 10 at the Rock Pit stage, and I'd sort of talked to them in passing about maybe doing some visuals for their show, and they're like, yeah, okay, fuck, we'll give you some pictures or whatever. And I rolled up to the stage at about 8:30 because I'd gone the day before for Delhi to Dublin and knew exactly when it was going to get dark. So I came in, set up my gear, ran visuals for an hour of their show, and basically used like a picture of the van, which was the Ska-Fest van, that had been repainted with the Rocky Mountain Rebel Music in their tour. So I took that and I superimposed it with like a speaker box, and I was doing a tap like between both images at the pace of whatever the drummer was doing. And so I just like do fade outs and stuff during the brief periods between songs and shit like that. And it was fucking awesome, man. It was just great to like get involved with them and do some of that. And the same band actually was playing in Calgary when I was there like 4 days later, and I saw them play.
How come you're in
That's a
Calgary?
funny coincidence.
Well, I went over to see or to go to a wedding in Calgary, and they were there on Thursday, playing at the Calgary Reggae Fest.
Yeah.
And so I roll up to the front door, and I'm like, yeah, I'm Rocky's tour management or something, right? And the guy, or their tour tech, and he's like, oh, okay, not knowing that they're on stage already, and I could hear them playing. I was like, fuck, if he knows the band, I'm screwed. So he's like, oh no, just go to the back door and go talk to Jim or whatever. So I go around to the back, and I'm like,
always Jim.
yeah, and I'm like,
That sounds about right.
yeah, totally. So I'm like, hey Jim, I'm here with Rocky, blah blah. Just like walk inside, go out and party with the guys, and they ended up doing an interview after, and I was totally like directing the interview. Like this chick from CFU, or not CFU, like Shaw Radio or whatever. She was doing like a video interview, and so I was like, okay, you guys need to start with a shot with the whole band from the front of the van, and just like pan all the way across to them spraying out the date. And that was wicked, man. They got put up in this amazing hotel too. We all just went and partied with all the reggae festival people till like 6 or 7 in the morning, and the band left at 8 to go drive all the way to Harrison the next day. So I was like, fucking right, good on you guys. Like party until 6 or 7, and then driving up to Hot Springs. But hey, 12-hour drive. At least you can pass it off between 5 people. So yeah, but that was dope. It was really cool to see that happen. I've actually never been there.
The drive up to Shambhala is sure nice, though, going through like Hope and Osoyoos and Nelson. The ride up there, I actually didn't have a ride. I managed to find one on rideshare, and totally lucked out because the guy I went up with was a really good guy, and the girl that we picked up was all right, too. It's kind of stressful, though, because when we got there, she had drank like half a 2.6 of rum and was fucked up. So we get to the drop zone, we leave our gear there, and she's like, I gotta go look for my friends. I don't know where they are, but I'm gonna go look for them in a group of 13,000 people.
That's
Yeah,
always a
that's
good
tough.
sign.
So she's like,
Good luck.
Can you take care of my stuff?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. No.
Okay.
No, you didn't say that, did you?
I
However,
did.
I think
Fuck.
I think a lot of people come in there rather haggard and pissed off. You were fucking pissed off when
Especially
you
because
got
I
there.
had to
wait
take
in
care of
line.
someone
Just
else's
brought
gear.
stuff.
Now.
Yeah, but get this.
You're
So
holding
here's
her purse
fucking
or
Good
what?
Samaritan act right here. Paul and I fucking go find Ben's tent because he's left it right by the drop zone, which is like one
And
of
I
the
put all
busiest
of her
areas.
stuff in there too, so it wouldn't get stolen while I
So
went. And
we take the you're a good fucking Samaritan. We know that. You know, right? So we pick up the fucking tent. We walk this thing back to our campsite with all the shit in it.
With all of her stuff.
All of Ben's stuff, all of her stuff, whatever. Ben's in
Most of the
disarray. I'm
stuff.
like, dude, don't worry. We'll get your shit to our fucking site. As we're moving the tent back, people were like, hey, you guys fucking for hire? Like, can you move tents? We're like, yeah, $5 a foot. Fuck off. But no, that
You
was
could've
fucking
made
cool.
some money
It was
moving
good.
tents.
I was thinking that was an enterprise.
Oh,
right
dude, there were
there.
people running fucking like ice. That buddy had his bike and like a little cooler pack in the front, and he was just like running bags of ice to people all the way in the end of the campsites, like for $5 extra or something. People don't give a shit.
How long does it take to get from the drop zone to the campsites? Like, what's the walking time? across-
depends entirely on where you're camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
Makes
you
sense.
For us, as
Took
little
most
as
places.
10, 15 minutes. If you're way back there, as many as like 45.
Yeah.
Whoa.
yeah, it can be pretty
That's
epic.
all
Fuck, 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, if you're camping with your car right at the back of the parking there, like it's a long, dusty way in for sure.
I was at the Overload artist parking or some shit. So it
Oh,
was about
fucking
10
brag
minutes.
about it then.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, fuck, I'm
VIP and cold beer on Saturday.
oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Kokanee and caribou.
Fucking guy.
plug. Get it. What was that?
Yeah, that's
Sir.
the little fucking happy hour Shambhala puts on.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing, man. It's like what 7 to 8 o'clock or something. They get fucking like food
They had a
cooked up
pig
for you on
roast.
barbecues, and they're like, "Oh, do you want drinks or booze or drinks or hard bar, or fucking mushrooms or MDMA or ecstasy?"
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we got it all for you.
It's
Have
nice.
fun.
It was a good
Have
experience,
fun.
man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm stoked to get back there next year.
This
but
wasn't your first time, right? Was it any of your first time?
It was my first time.
both
time?
these guys,
Both
yeah.
those guys,
I did acid for the first times there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was intense.
First
Yeah.
time.
It was a
Rabbit
good.
hole.
It was good because like I tried. I did mushrooms and it just made me like violently ill, which is really weird because usually I can handle them well. And then right after I kind of recovered from throwing up the mushrooms, I did 2 hits of acid and it pretty much launched me
Picture
into
right back up.
Hyperspace.
hyperspace galaxies.
Oh man, 2 hits would be way too much for me.
It was like passing the
That's a
Nintendo
lot.
salad.
Yeah.
So what was it like? What kind of things did you see? Did you figure any big life lessons out?
No, like there's no real time for introspection with all the sensory
Yeah,
bombardment going on with all the stages and the sound and stuff. But there's like lots of like geometric patterns and just an overall feeling of well-being.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a great time.
It's good. You had a good trip.
I did Foxy for the first times too.
Oh fuck.
What's that?
Foxy, man.
I don't really know what it is, but it
Just using,
it
like,
seriously
you know,
gave me
holy
the most
shit.
potent feeling of euphoria I've ever
Is it a
artificially
pill
felt.
or
Oh,
is it
Yeah,
it's
it's a pill.
It's a hybrid drug that's like MDMA and acid, mushrooms, and some other things.
all in one?
What
So,
the-
yeah, and a couple years ago on Halloween, I was at the social club, and I go to the guy, and I'm like, "Oh, you got whatever?" And he's like, "Oh, I got some of this," and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for."
Oh yeah, I got some
Gonna-
of this
well,
there, buddy.
I'm gonna drop all the
yeah.
names
Sounds
here and
good,
just
this.
not. I don't want to drop any names,
Yeah.
but yeah. So, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, cool. Two caps of E, Halloween, great. So I walk home from downtown, go to a buddy's, and take one, and nothing starts happening. I'm like, lame. All right, I'm just gonna head home. It's like 2 a.m. And then I took the other one halfway, home, and I'm walking down the hill, and I noticed that the moon started. Well, the moon isn't usually that
Giving you
drippy.
some attitude.
Yeah, it just started kind of falling from the sky, and I got home and my carpets were going up the wall, and I've never had a LSD experience or a mushroom visual like that. Yeah,
Somebody's got to get this man's ass checked.
So foxy.
It's healthy.
That's the new drug on the street, eh?
it was like in 2005, 6 it came out.
That's not very new.
Designer
It
drug.
has a really
Yeah.
like varied set of effects
I've
for
never
different
tried
people.
it.
Like one of my
Oh,
sisters
man.
did it. She said it really messes with their depth perception and colors act really different.
Trees looked like watercolor, like romantic era paintings. They were amazing. I had to actually get on a bike and bike over to Clay's house because I freaked out. I was like alone by myself. Called my girlfriend. I'm like, "Can you come over here? I don't know anything." But I knew how to ride a bike, so I hopped on my bike dangerously across town
Oh my god.
and hit up Walnut Street or Chestnut Street there and visited Clay. And he's like, "Dude," and he's up. It's 6:30 a.m.
Of course, Clay's up.
Clay's up.
Just
Clay's cooking
coconut.
breakfast.
No, just like ripping lines away. So yeah, I laid on the couch and had a fucking experience. Foxy, 2 caps of that. You're not supposed to do that.
No.
Not
Yeah.
advised.
Not advised.
Good
it was
to
like
know.
it was
That's what I
like
would totally
13,
advise you
14
do.
Rookie
hours.
mistake,
too,
eh?
like,
Oh, I
14
don't
hours
feel
I was
anything.
high.
Take
They
another
cranked
one.
up the awesome
Yeah.
to 10. Like just total euphoria for me.
How
I
long
didn't
were you high
hallucinate.
for?
Not that long. Probably about an hour and 20 minutes.
14 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it really affects people's systems differently. Like
It was insane.
Like
yeah.
you're like
For that pill, what's
Yeah,
it called?
Foxy.
Foxy.
I
Yeah.
wanted to get
Yeah.
off
After
the
6
bus.
hours,
a long
I'd be like,
time.
"Let me off this ride."
I did. I
please."
wanted off.
Right?
Depends.
You
If
get
you're at a
used to
music
it.
festival and the music's pumping and
Yeah.
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 You're
Yeah,
just having
acid
the best
for
time of
me
your
would
life.
it lasted like, I mean, at the peak, like probably like in 10 hours.
Yeah.
I still have
And
some.
then it just
Yeah.
like I still came down off it. I felt really good all the next day,
Yeah.
and then I fell asleep at about 1:30 the next day.
Yeah.
Acid totally consumed all my brain chemicals though, because I couldn't get high on any hallucinogens for the rest of the weekend. I still have like a cap and a half or cap and 3/4 of this stuff called 2CB.
Oh yeah, 2CB. There's
And
another
My
good
friend
one.
that's
Simon
that's
just-
like a combination of like acid and MDMA apparently. So
Yeah.
My friend
looking
Simon
forward
just
to
did
fucking
one.
bombing that at some point.
Yeah.
Did one right after the other. Did a full acid, like full hit, and then right after that finish. And I'm like, I think that would be way too much. Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
give your
It's like a
brain
crazy
rest.
hippie flip.
No.
Popping like
Yeah.
fish oils and like
Yeah.
5-HTPs and stuff.
I-
to,
I
like,
just don't
try
think
and-
it'd be
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no.
I know I'm getting old because I take like cold effects prior to and during, and then I take fucking like a regiment of pills as I'm there.
What
like,
is this cold effects?
Don
It's
Cherry's
just-
cold
it's
effects.
mostly North
Dude,
American
it's rock'em
ginseng.
sock'em, man. It
Mostly.
knocks the cold right out of you.
I think all you really
No, but I thought this was. I know what it is. But
Yeah.
all
I
you really
thought
need
that
to do
this
for
was-
festivals is get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep every night and drink lots of water. That's all.
That's
Yeah,
important.
and
Actually, the
eat
water.
food.
It's easy
The
to get
water's the most
dehydrated.
important thing.
Yeah.
Water
Yeah.
and probably keep having bowel movements.
You can get
Yeah.
by without sleep. Oh, man, like
bowel
one-
movements at a festival like that.
One
are like
shit a
fucking,
day is good enough. Like more than that, you're like, oh man, I'm in a shitter.
Oh, there's no way I'm getting one
Like
shit a day out
In
there.
the
Yeah.
shit, you see the wickedest messages.
You
when
see
you're
the
high.
graffiti there is sick, but
Yeah.
like the one
Yeah.
morning I went in there, it
The
looked
one
like someone
positive.
shit out all 3 biker mice from Mars. Like, I was just mortified
You
with
just
what I
kinda
saw
look
in
the
there.
toilet and you're like, I can't believe.
You're like, how did this
No,
come
just
out
don't
of
look,
you?
I
man.
imagine
Don't
like
look.
someone kind of getting pissed off. and
Shambhala
someone's, like,
chud babies.
shoving them in
See, like I'm like when I get in there, I have to take like the alpine racer stance, right? Like I'm downhill skiing, so I'm hovering over
Yeah,
the bowl.
yeah.
And like it was hard to get a handhold, so from outside it must have looked like someone was just like mashing,
Groping at the
Yeah.
walls.
yeah,
whole
groping
thing
at the
stuck
walls and like just trying to get like a good balance
Hey,
point.
look at
but,
that.
like,
That outhouse is
What's
doing the
going on in
frighteners.
there?
every one of those shits, I was just like,
The most thing,
get it
the
out.
most thing that you gotta do is always make sure to line the seat.
Yeah.
That's what my father told me. Is like son,
That's fatherly
go into-
wisdom.
Yeah,
It's
go
like
and
good.
line
I
the
just
seat.
do like a double wipe, and then I'm like, all right, here we go.
Double white.
That's it. But you don't line.
I just do
wipe the
one.
seat.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
What
You
is
gotta,
lining?
you gotta
Yeah.
cover
Dude,
that
I don't
That
even
might
come.
not be
I don't
good
even
enough.
come close to contact that sheet. That seat when
Exactly.
we're
Yeah.
talking about
The
Pooh
hover.
Mountain. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
considerations need
Oh,
to be
man.
taken.
it was like Friday morning, and I had got out of bed, and because it was too hot, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta take a shit. So like I walked down to the porta potties, wait like 15 fucking minutes to get in there, and then once I get in, I'm just like, I put my head up against the fucking door, and I'm just like, my ass is over the thing, and I'm just kind of like leaning forward on my head, and being like, oh fuck.
I hope the door doesn't break. Could you imagine?
I know. I know. It was like
shitter,
bulging out forward, and I'm
falling
like,
out of his shitty ass.
oh, that would be so fucking hilarious.
Even in the morning when I had to take a shit so bad, I opened up a couple of them and I was like, nope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least they run fucking fans and shit through them. That's pretty.
really?
That's
Yeah.
So
smart.
these aren't like normal, just porta potties.
No, man. It was like
Oh, honey
it was
buckets.
glorious. Oh, this the other.
no,
this-
they're normal
the
porta
second
potties, but
shit I took
they do take some
was magic.
considerations.
But
It was just like-
they don't have water. Like they're not like a flush.
No,
No,
definitely
no,
not.
no,
And like you definitely needed to make sure. Like I just brought TP with me because there was
Mhm.
once I went and like I really had to shit and I had to go through. I had to wait for like 3 to come open before there was one with toilet paper. So that was.
They can't be worse than going to a provincial campsite and like
Oh,
having
way
to
better.
hover your
Chris,
ass
Chris,
over like a
better.
Chris,
14-foot
we're talking-
drop.
we're
of-
talking-
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, Chris, we're
Definitely.
talking.
You don't
I've
get
never been to
flies.
Shambhala,
We're
but I've been to
talking. We're talking
festivals
about
and
like
it's always
around the
bad.
outhouse. Let's just say like there's a lot of them out there, but that's it. Let's just say there's about 350 people using each block of outhouses.
Mhm.
We're talking about
Talking about,
people.
like,
we're all
1,000
just
crack
eating
shits.
like hot dogs and bullshit
And
and no
synthesized
real
drugs.
food.
Yeah,
And
drugs.
genetic waste. Yeah.
And we're all trying
Yeah.
to not shit for as long as possible.
Yeah. You
So
don't
when
want
all those shits come out, it's just like
Toxic. mess.
exactly. It's a toxic mess of nothing but the
But
worst
my
things your
argument-
body has
my
to
argument
offer.
is there's like a 14-foot drop with like black flies, horse flies, no-see-ums, mosquitoes that
That's
live
true,
there
the pit.
year
Yeah.
round, and they're not. You get the park
The
ranger
Temple of
who
Doom.
walks
Yeah.
by once a week maybe, and he's not cleaning shit,
Yeah.
literally. And yeah, I don't know.
It's the porta potty temple of doom. You
it
don't
could
wanna
be
go in there.
contendable.
Could be trouble.
But the one thing I wondered, how come those porta potties
And the
don't
other
have
thing-
flies and the other one?
It's because they have like
They have some
constant
sort of
air
something.
supply running through.
Some
there,
people
right?
are also liquid shitting and
They play
like
air
fucking
supply all day
spraying
long.
the,
Yeah, it's like-
the whole fucking thing down. Like they're
I
hosing
never
the
saw any
outhouse
like
down
that.
with their ass.
I never
Really?
saw any like that.
There was a couple where I like nope because like the whole thing was hosed down with shit.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Or like someone would shit
Or
in like the
puke
urinal
or
portion of it.
fucking God
Yeah,
knows
that's
what.
true. Yeah, there'd be
Just
some
throw up and
abstract
stuff. Yeah.
Pollock art
The
going
graffiti
on
in there
there.
was
Definitely,
fucking top
definitely.
notch
It
though.
was. It was.
What
Good
Yeah,
messages
yeah.
too.
Oh.
What was the best thing you read in one of the shitters?
Fuck man, there's so many good things, but
Probably hard to remember now.
I wrote IP freely on top of the urinal.
I wrote down, "Please forgive me for this shit." One of the doors in there.
Stinky? Question mark.
No, but dry composting toilets don't have to smell. Like I was on Main
they do.
Island, and what they had was
If no one
it
shits
was
in
like
them.
in an outhouse, and I guess they conserve a lot of water there. So they have one in the house too, but you're just supposed to pee in that one. But the shitters are outside, and they have this like bark that you put. It's like a mulch or something.
Mhm.
You put on top after you're composting toilet paper, and you walk into there, and you can't tell that people are using it to shit. No, it works real well.
I remember what the message I saw was like, it's like love is like the best or something because judgment is weak.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was
No,
like
there's
the most
some-
powerful one. And there was another one that I liked when they were showing to pick up the cigarette butt, because like they did that really with a really cool arrow, like a really good. Because and the way that they said pick it up was like a really
Yeah, it would. They're not like yelling at
As,
you.
as someone who
Right,
doesn't
Riz.
smoke, it was fucking horrible being in the stages for like the really like big shows.
Yeah,
There
I
was
smoked a
nothing
lot
but,
in
like
your face.
cigarette smoke and like
That sucks.
people jostling you from all over the place.
Asshole.
It was pretty awful.
I didn't
If you go to
think there was a lot
Shambhala,
of-
well, that's because you smoke cigarettes. If you go to Shambhala,
didn't notice.
absolutely bring it.
I
Bring a
didn't notice.
bandana
I'm
to throw around
outnumbered.
your
We're
face.
outnumbered, man. It's just you and me here.
You
I don't
smelled a
smoke
lot of
cigarettes.
cigarette smoke
Oh,
everywhere.
it was terrible. Like all the big ones like Excision and Datsik and Pretty Lights and like Zed's Dead. It was just like cigarette city.
Yeah, well,
Like
that's
an
the
old
thing.
billiard hall.
People when they're fucked up smoke a lot more too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time
Yeah.
like when it got really packed and I was getting jostled out of the way, whenever it's time to see someone smoke, I just like shoot them in the eyes like I hope this cigarette kills you and right in front of me and I see you die.
I think.
I
but
think you
that's
said
the
that
way
to
it's
me,
in
and
a-
then I was like, "Dog." It's
No,
cool.
I didn't. I never say that to you because like
Darcy turns around.
I was like, "I'll be
Smokers-
second casualty."
Smokers are always like they don't want to like hurt no one. Like they don't want to
Just
hurt anyone.
themselves.
They
they
just
can go fuck themselves.
Hey,
That's
if
You're
anybody,
outnumbered
if
here.
I was
the
ever
opposite.
offending
That's the
someone
vibe
with
that
a
we're trying to
cigarette,
find at Shambhala.
I'd gladly move away
Shambles law.
from them.
There's just
That's what
no
it
way
sounds
you
like.
can get away from it. It's just all over the place.
Put
You
on
just
a
have to deal with
Bane-like
it.
gas
Well, that's the thing.
mask and
I mean,
enjoy your cigarettes.
that's
to
I
yourself.
actually I'm gonna bring a
Why
mask to
are you
Sham next year
smoking
because
a
of the
cigarette,
dust.
Bob?
It was less the fucking cigarettes. Yeah, I'm a smoker, so maybe I have a little bit of different opinion, but it was more the fucking dust.
Yeah,
that
like
was
you had a
breathing
cough
in.
for like 4 days after
Yeah.
where you're just coughing up dust.
Yeah.
right?
I didn't get that. I didn't notice.
Well, I mean, when did you come on Saturday?
Saturday I left on Monday.
Yeah, see, I've had another
Smoke
2 days to
a
breathe
lot
in
of
fucking
cigarettes.
dust, so it's just like,
I was there for less time. So.
yeah, but whatever. I mean, you still get an idea, and I think the biggest thing is the sense of community there, right?
Yeah, oh,
But yeah, no,
Yeah, I thought
Shambhala is
Batman
really
was good.
fucking awesome, and if you guys haven't been before, you
I
need to
like
go.
I like the
check it
guy
out.
that was ranting and raving about the paper cups.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
first thing in
Rises
the
was a
morning,
pretty
or
good
first early afternoon
Yeah,
at the
they did a
beach
good job.
stage. Right before
On the
I got
last
shot.
night, there was like a rave version of The Bachelor where me and a bro were like competing to like push up on this one chick, and I like it was kind of funny. It was like it wasn't
See
even
me
frustrating
smoke the
because there was
weed up
enough,
till I'm
enough
extra
drugs
high.
going around that
See
it was
the
funny.
bitch push up like the
And,
exercise.
I finally just dominated that shit, and eventually like I went back to Whistler after Shambhala and just crushed pussy for like 5 days straight. And it was fucking awesome. There's like this. There's like
Clam digger.
There's like this lit up bridge. There's this lit up bridge that connects the top chairlift to the upper village of Whistler, and I fucked her on a lawn chair about 30 yards away in front of about a dozen people.
I thought you were going to say you
Class
fucked her on the
act.
chairlift.
Dude, that's
time of day are
awesome.
we talking about?
What?
Or night? Like what time of the day or night?
It was like
is this?
11:30 at night,
Oh.
Was
like-
it
Still like
a Nordic
close
or
to a
Alpine
there.
slope?
close to a popular downtown spot.
That's crazy.
Would that technically put you in the Mile High Club? No, not quite.
Dude, you know what?
Were you above 3,300 feet?
I don't know, but you get gassed really quick when you're riding uphill there. 'cause
Especially
the
you.
air's so
You get
thin.
gas a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you fart while you fucked
and
it?
do you fart when you're fucking?
I try not to.
You try. Bullshit. You try to.
No way, you laugh on it.
I remember like
yeah, maybe he doesn't. That's why he's always got them for us.
one of those like
Yeah.
They're just like
in
bro
my
farts?
lifetime. In my
Well,
lifetime, one of the
okay.
most erotic sex sessions I ever had was interrupted by a fart, and like I stopped fucking her, and I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna keep going. Fuck it." But there's like a tangible pause there
They
where
go
like
hand in hand,
we both
farts
had
and
to
fucking, 'cause
acknowledge
you
the
get the
fact that I
nervous farts.
farted.
Everything around.
Did you
The
laugh?
nervous farts, right? Am I right?
No, you just gotta like
No, I didn't
change
quite
the position
laugh.
up so you're.
But I
you
didn't
know,
make
your
eye
ass is over
contact with
here
her
and
either.
She's over here.
She probably thought it was funny.
Well, I hope so.
Stellar she queefed. Tell her not to do it again.
That was you. That was you.
She was also like, "I'm on my period, so we have to put down a towel." So I was like, "Whatever. We're both making concessions here."
There you go. You farted.
That's-
She fucking queefed.
That's pretty honorable of you. The first time you met her. Oh wait, this is not the weekend.
This is
weekend you're talking
post-game.
about. This is a girlfriend.
Like-
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't a girlfriend. It was just a
Oh.
girl I had like a brief,
It was just a
fuck
fuck
shit
girl.
with.
Okay, yeah, but you knew her more than one night.
Yeah.
Just
No,
wasn't.
no,
just
like
we're
the-
not
like-
talking about the neighborhood fuck bag.
We
here.
only
We're
hooked.
talking
We only
about-
hooked up like
Just-
we only hooked up on like 3 occasions, but they were like probably 3 of like the hottest sex sessions I've ever had.
Excellent.
Oh,
Yeah. Only girl I've hooked
Until
up
you
with
farted.
fake boobs.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they were
Schmakies.
tremendous, and she was incredible.
Schmakies. Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna move on from Shambhala here. We've had a good
We're gonna
recap.
Raise
and,
the intelligence
actually,
quotient a little bit.
This may not be intelligent, but I'm still going there.
Okay, let's go there.
I want to ask you.
I was joking.
I want to ask you about the zombie thing that happened in Vancouver. What was that all about?
Zombie
man?
walk.
I saw
Yeah.
the tail end of that when I was taking the bus into from Whistler to Victoria.
Sweet, bro.
There were some random zombies headed up Robson.
Yeah, nice. No, my buddy Nick one is like a zombie killer. Can you
he was
elaborate on that?
A
Hope?
survivor, they like to call themselves.
Survivors, right?
Yeah, they dressed up. They kind of like grabbed themselves up, threw dirt and shit all over them, and got Nerf guns and like water guns.
Where does it
and,
start,
like,
though?
fake knives
So they look
and
all
samurai
militant?
swords. So they looked like like a sort of
It's pretty
militia.
fucking sweet, though.
Exactly.
I loved his shirt. It's like "Stay
Mercs.
calm, kill zombies."
But
or
there
Started
was-
at the museum, I
There's
think.
5
Is
of them.
that
That's
right?
right. Yeah, it starts downtown at the
who decides?
art gallery.
Like,
And then they roll down Robson towards First Beach.
What I
Eventually, is
don't-
where they end
what
up.
I don't understand about the zombie walks, well, I don't get a lot of it, but who decides when they're going to happen and why do they happen on those dates?
Oh, that's the head zombie.
They,
The one that makes all the other
I don't know.
zombies.
they have
The,
it in
like,
Victoria
tribal
too.
chieftain zombie?
They have them in several cities, I think,
Yeah,
down
Victoria
across
up here, like, you had-
America.
Yeah, my
You had
car's
people
been
with water
smeared by
noodles and
fake
stuff like
zombie
that.
blood before.
Once
Yeah.
you get enough AIDS, you're just compelled to go to a certain spot, and then
Zombie AIDS.
they just
No,
tell you
I
where
don't
to
know.
go
It's
from
just
there.
word of mouth. It started, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago probably, and then just keeps happening. It's like
But-
around the same time in August.
They
Isn't
gotta
it
have,
kind of around political? Isn't it becoming
I don't think it ever becomes
sort of
political.
something
Oh,
about
man, Occupy
That's when
Zombie
the
no,
house
Street.
but
bills
the
out.
zombies being like
That's my
people like
problem
having
with it.
to just like follow what the state does,
Man,
and so
these zombies
it's
are the
more of a
political
metaphor.
It's like
agenda.
an
Kids
allegory.
stick to eating
Metaphor
turkeys.
for
I
that.
think it
An
could do that.
allegory maybe of, but we're putting those words to it. Nobody's ever
Yeah.
said like we're gonna do this zombie walk
well, they
to
did it for
symbolize.
fun and yeah.
Well, has anybody ever
our
watched the
political
BC
faith.
Legislator channel? Like, what is it, 70 something up there? It's
That's
as
so
interesting
boring,
as
that shit.
But no, they
It's
look like
rather
zombies going
zombie-ish,
into
I
the
suppose.
house.
Yeah.
It's
They
not,
really
not
weird
very interesting.
music too.
No, this is
They
just more
do
about people
music.
dressing
Yeah,
up
they
like
do.
zombies
Yes,
and
it is strange.
wandering
It's
down
like
in a massive horde
low
and
tone,
scaring the
like
shit out of
ambience,
tourists
yeah.
in cars, and people are
There's probably
freaked
free
out.
They're
They're
just
in
like
there
in
that are
Starbucks.
brainwashed.
A lot of
having their
people wear
latte.
like really good
Huh?
makeup too, like really nice, like
Yeah.
latex and full bore blood everywhere, ripped clothes. It looks like
Nice.
legit.
That's
They look
sweet.
like zombies.
Yeah,
do
But
they-
at the same time, on the
Zombies.
other side of the gallery, there was like a serious, like emotional protest in like about like Palestine,
Oh.
and we were like, and there's zombies wandering through, and it was just like, oh, that's just a bad clash, just like terrible double booking
Were they offended?
of what's that?
Were they offended?
No, they were just kind of surprised
Kinda
because all
weirded
these
out.
half dead people are sort of like lumbering through their
Liberate
kind
the
of
West Bank.
protests. Yeah, exactly. It was a little bit of a juxtaposition
And
there.
there's probably more people in the zombie walk.
Way
than
more, probably
protesting.
maybe
Bunch of Zionist
3,000
There you
zombies. I'd say about 3,000. It
Trying to
looks pretty
steal
That's
their
solid.
fucking
thunder.
awesome. That's wicked.
Yeah.
Do they have like bonfires at the end and like burn things? And
There's
Zombies
after
hate
parties.
fires.
Various clubs have after parties for sure.
Oh, nice.
Organized after parties.
Nice.
So, yeah.
However, Palestinians love them.
zombies love fires, don't
They
they?
got rocks
It's a
and
perfect
fire.
storm for zombies. It's a perfect storm for zombie killers.
Zombies
Actually,
adapt.
the
It's
flamethrowers are
just
pretty
funny
sweet zombie
that
killing.
we can
instrument.
do that. Like that we can have zombie parades. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you were, you know,
A lot of other
living
places in this
you know,
world, yeah.
close
if
to
you're
the
in
streets
Russia
of
and you
Giza,
protest Putin,
you
you
don't
get thrown in
get to
jail.
just
You
have a
wouldn't have
fucking
a
fun
zombie
parade.
parade.
Basically,
No.
we have real problems.
Yeah,
You
no,
just-
it's
True. We have to make
we're
them up.
fucking lucky
We're
and
making
spoiled.
up a problem.
and it's
Well, I
silly.
don't know why they wouldn't. Why would they not allow people to dress up as zombies? Like, why would it? It's not a protest. I mean,
Yeah,
do you
it's not
think
really
a
a
government
protest at
that
all.
was brutal would? Well, they probably wouldn't let them dress like that. But would they be more concerned about people doing a zombie walk or a protest?
The protest, because
Exactly.
the protest gets actual stuff done.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the zombies are
Exactly.
still going to go and buy
Zombies.
shit. And
But that's
fucking,
another thing is
you
the
know,
zombies probably took
contribute.
away from all that awareness that were going to
But
happen.
here's
with
the thing: is
Palestine.
about just
You
the
know, and
fact
maybe
that
it was planned.
Yeah.
It was planned like that.
about
Who
people
knows?
just having fun and doing
Knowing
something
my conspiracy.
Definitely
that's
not.
not like the norm. Like even that in and of itself is could be a threat to a state that was like so rigid and didn't want anyone to do anything outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
well,
totalitarian vampire state that hated werewolves too.
Nice.
they don't allow free assembly of zombies.
Zombies want rights too. Actually, zombies did have
Magna Carta.
zombie rights.
So where was that walk?
Rob.
Downtown Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gallery to down Robson to Denman, and then down Denman to First
Speaking
beach,
of
took Davey
like
there.
street walks, have you guys heard of this DDP thing, this decentralized dance party?
Diamond
Dallas
Dallas
Page.
Page.
Yes. Well, okay, we could go there too.
high five.
There's another decentralized dance party coming up pretty soon. Essentially, what
Diamond
happens is a guy wears a backpack that's an
Diamond
FM
cutter?
transmitter.
Now this
And,
I think
like,
is actually pretty
It's
cool.
pretty fucking sweet,
Yeah,
man.
it's
They
pretty
started it
cool.
in Montreal like 2 years ago, and it's gone across Canada and the States. And they will release the location of where the party's going to start to like a certain amount of people on Facebook or whatever.
You gotta pay, bro.
Yeah, you pay $10 to get the like party route and the locations and stuff like that. And you bring a boombox and you just fucking tune it into whatever the guy's transmitting on his backpack, and it's like one of those old military fucking compacts, right? And he's just sending out FM, and fucking everybody else is tuning it in and partying it up to some sort of like themed decentralized dance fiesta. It's fucking awesome.
That's radical.
Yeah,
Cool.
man,
It's
very
pretty
cool.
cool that like so many different people
I'm
around
totally
the
gonna
world
fucking
can do it
edit
at the
out
same
all
time.
these farts, or I'm gonna put
You
like I'm gonna put
can't,
effects on
no.
it. No, I'm gonna like put effects so it's like thundering.
Hey, can you pass me a beer?
It's like fucking
Do the T-Pain auto-tune to his Ben's farts.
yeah.
Keep your pitch,
What
Ben.
kind of music
Fucking
is that?
suck.
The decentralized
It
dance
varies. I think it's mostly just like dance music and stuff, right? But
I was just thinking it would be
it's
cool.
a very wide genre, so there's a lot of freedom in that.
party? Electronic mostly.
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
mostly
I think
like
so.
You're gonna have to dunk this thing in bleach. It stinks.
Next time, don't fart on your beers.
These beers
Or
are
is that
making
just
me
by
fart
proxy?
Like crazy, man.
It'd be cool if Jay-Z brought out Diamond Dallas Page at all of his concerts and
he just had one fan that came and got the diamond cutter from DDP.
That'd be
he throws
awesome.
the rock symbol up.
This guy
The
just
Illuminati
gets his
eye.
face busted. He's like, "Yeah, man, I got fucked up by Diamond Dallas Page at a Jay-Z concert. It's a hard knock life."
Well, if it was a Jay-Z R. Kelly concert, he
We're gonna
would've
totally
got
throw
more
in the
than
Hard Knock Life
As long as
sample.
he's
of
not
this.
getting pissed on.
that was my joke.
So
That's
Snoop
Dave
Dogg
Chappelle.
changed his name to Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion.
Snoop
Also what
Lion.
happened.
I
Yeah,
think he's
the-
just
I'm
fucking.
not so sure about that.
He's just lying, anyways.
He what did he see? He saw Rasta in Jamaica or something, and
He went to
he's gone
Jamaica.
Rastafari,
smoked a lot of
right?
pot and got really fucking stoned and was like, "I'm doing it, man. I'm
He
changing
saw
my
Ja.
name."
I
He
don't.
saw Ja.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And he's 40 now, so he's going
He's
through
having a
some life
midlife.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
we
like,
gathered.
well, he must be fucked. Like, usually if you're 40, you're like, oh god, I gotta buy a Porsche or something like that. He's like, fuck, I already have 20
Yeah.
Porsches. Like,
Balling
Yeah,
All
what do
for
you
like
do when
20
money
years.
is like no object for you and you
Just
need to
wants
sort
a
of
career
revamp
change.
yourself?
eat the most delicious chili dog ever.
It would have been way cooler if he just did it without all the pomp
hype.
and hype.
All the hoopla.
Just like Sinead O'Connor, she's Rasta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like she never.
She went
I mean,
from
they-
being
they
bald to
said-
being dreadlocked.
I mean, she released an album.
Would it
about
take, like,
being
20 years?
Rasta. You know,
She has a
Does
Rasta
she do-
album.
Is it-
is it the Cranberries or her that does In Your Head?
No, it's the Cranberries.
Cranberries.
Zombie.
No, but she's like,
And
well, I
there
don't know.
bombs, make it full circle.
I don't know if she's.
Don't
I
you
don't
do
know
it?
if she's Rasta,
Yeah, dude, I
but
love the Cranberries.
she's definitely like into the culture and all the Rasta.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
People like they respect her. She's like actually she's been like that quietly Rasta for a long time.
Just
But she
giving up the
released
pussy.
that.
But I think,
She
don't you think
released
she's
it.
someone who could express herself like with the quiet Rasta thing, whereas Snoop is always overt and in your face, and
Yeah.
he's popped out.
He wants
and,
to
like,
be in the public
Well, it's
eye.
hip-hop.
People,
Yeah.
you know,
it's not often that the
why would
egos
he
of
do it if it
hip-hop-
wasn't for the publicity? Is what I'm saying. Like I
Yeah.
think it's more publicity based than it is him having a spiritual enlightenment.
It would be. It would be.
I think
cool
Ice
if it
Cube is going
wasn't.
to turn into a Rasta, and him and Snoop and Ice Cube will have a show called Rasta Wars to see who's the most.
Who's more
legit.
Rasta than anyone
Yeah.
else?
Mostly it's just Ice Cube being like, "Hey, you kids, calm down." Well, he's trying to film his Coors Light commercial.
But I do think, like, when they
Yeah, you heated
welcomed
too many
Snoop
of
back to Jamaica, they called him the prodigal son, and I wasn't sure. Yeah, like it did seem a little bit hype, but I mean, I
So you think,
he's
there's some
searching for
legitimacy to,
You know what I mean?
his
Hey, Bob
claim
Marley
there.
has
Yeah.
a lot of kids, man.
He does have a lot of
Need to
kids.
adopt
something. Yeah, well, he
Snoop's just
loved,
searching
he
the
loved
world for the
love,
most
that's why he had a lot
potent
of
weed.
kids.
yeah.
Well, that's why.
Oh, he already had the most potent weed in the world long time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
It's
not like
not
it's the
in
first
Jamaica.
time he got high.
That's right.
Not in Jamaica. I'll
That's
tell
what
you.
you
that.
think, man.
Closer
I
to
did smoke
here.
some great weed from
Snoop
Jamaica
doesn't know
when I was
that.
in the Caribbean. Like when I was in Isla Mujeres there, these just sailboats would like come up with a whole stock.
Yeah,
load
but
of
that
weed.
shit's straight from Sinaloa. That's not from Jamaica.
It was. How do you fucking know? Were you there? I don't think so.
Because all
right?
all the weed in Mexico is going to be domestic.
It
weed, 'cause
wasn't
that's where it all
Mexican
comes
weed,
from.
dude.
It's just
it was
so
on
easy.
a sailboat that had sailed
It's
from
so
Jamaica
easy
with
to
a
grow.
deckhand
It's
that
all
I
the
knew.
same. You just plant it in soil and you give it water and it grows and it has THC in it.
Yeah, more or
It's
less.
gets you
all
high.
weed.
Yeah.
Speaking
It's
of which,
drier. Well, I mean, the Antiguan
there's
weed
too
was
much
drier.
hype
I prefer to
about
think of it as
weed.
magic.
Can we do interior session?
I just smoke magic. It
Mm.
makes me ripped.
Magic puffs.
All drugs
yeah.
are just magic.
They
Drugs
are,
are good.
science.
Okay.
They are magic.
I gotta get
Last night
shredded, bro.
I actually had a shroom trip, and speaking of magic, I had never let the subtlety of like non-visual mushrooms take hold and actually close my eyes and see where it takes you.
Mm.
Oh, holy smoke! This blend, or this species I should say, is Azarescence, and we made these chocolates that have like, actually they have some of the dust from Burning Man playa, which is called, in there.
Dust.
Coconut molasses. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's all in this chocolate. But I closed my eyes, and like, whoa, the dreamscapes I was taken away to. It was amazing. Like I went astral surfing.
What drug was you on?
That was
Psilocybin.
Yeah,
it
it was a blend of mushrooms that had a higher psilocybin as opposed to psilocybin, which is like
Again, I just eat them and get high.
and it's magic. But
Yeah.
that's
I
my
don't
point.
know what
Is
the
the magic? The
psilocybin
magic
is.
is in the journey too, right? Like I saw like the
No, it's in the
periodic.
drugs. It's straight up. I could sit on the couch and still have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
No journey.
you don't go anywhere.
Necessary.
You don't.
You never go anywhere?
Never. I stay
No,
in one
no.
spot.
He's
No,
agoraphobic, man.
Completely motionless.
Metaphysically speaking,
I don't even blink.
Hope you took an
shit out of
agoraphobic road movie.
Minecraft, man.
Tons of Minecraft. I
Just
just
on the
zone
block.
out. I play Minecraft in my mind. So I guess it is a journey.
I don't know. I've had the times where I've like closed my eyes on mushrooms and just totally taken a journey in my own fucking head, you know. And
Yeah.
I've been like seeing things in kaleidoscope or like anemone kind of shit, like really
fractal stuff. Yeah.
yeah, really fucking off the wall. But at the same
Mm.
time, it's just like your mind it has nothing else to stimulate it. It's just stimulating itself / the
Well, you're
drugs.
you're
But you
opening
know,
up to the global consciousness, and like I mean, I was telling Ben earlier, I saw the periodic table came out, and we all know what it looks like, you know,
Breaking
the
Bad with
rectangular
Walter
the
White.
yeah, exactly, right. But no, it actually broke down into the flower of life and like went into a sphere, and like the idea of all these different compound or chemicals or elements. Thank you. It took their place, and like I was shown the idea of why they're here.
well,
And like with the sacred geometry of the flower of life, it was incredible. Like it was the first real journey I've ever had, like on a level like that.
I need some of that mushroom.
And I was in my fucking bed. Like I went for a walk. I did all the thing and went to the beach, and I was like, lay down.
There we go.
Anyways, I have those chocolates for sale. So if anybody wants, some.
His Twitter handle is awesome
what's
chocolate mushrooms. Hashtag
Chocolates
Wicked.
and tea, anyone?
Great market.
Just
What?
email
Do you have
Westcoast
a-
Highlife at gmail.com.
Yeah, we'll
if
get you
want,
sorted.
Are
the
mushrooms a
shit.
Schedule 2 drug or 3 or 1?
I can
I
can't schedule shit on
Google
mushrooms.
it right
Is
now.
that like
See
an
where
orange
we- see where we
alert?
sit
What's
with
going on here?
Fauci.
Do we have to
Schedule
cut this out of
4?
the podcast?
Oh yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
No.
Oh, are we
We'll just-
incriminating
we'll just-
ourselves?
We're just gonna use his farts to cover up all the shit that we don't want
Yeah.
to hear.
We
so.
could be talking about
I
any
said
kind
that
of
I
mushroom.
have
It could be.
Sure.
Chair and
access to those mushrooms
Yeah.
for sale. I don't have those on my person or in my home.
This podcast
different.
is for entertainment
listening
purposes
right
This
now.
is solely for
Otherwise, I'm probably
entertainment
gonna hear this in a
purposes.
month.
If you were listening this for any other reason, you should turn off your shit right
You know
now.
what'd be funny if we just isolated my mic and we just
Flatulence?
counted how many farts I had.
Like,
Like
really
did a
20.
fart
'Cause
count?
I've had some good ones too.
I think you've had about 7.
I was gonna say
We
8.
should all take a guess at the end of this.
8, yeah.
You're at 7, 8. I'm gonna go with he's gonna have 15 by
I
the end
still
of
got
it here.
another beer, so like I'm gonna.
Yeah, that'll at least
I'm
force
gonna
out a
give
few
it all I
more.
got.
Give up to 15 at the end.
See, like
You
when
can
I was a
aspire to
kid,
so much, Ben.
myself
go
and
for
my
it.
little sister, we were always raised to believe that farts were something to be
Do you
celebrated.
just have that
and
song
laughed
"We Are
at.
the Champions" running in your head all the time when you're thinking about taking a fart? Or?
No, just when I fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, but what about when you
Who's
fart
the
and
we?
fuck?
It's just like the royal we.
Oh, there's nobody helping you
editorial
then.
we.
Okay.
Yes.
One of the things we had going during Shambhala, there's always like when you go to a festival, there's always like a phrase or like a couple phrases that really carry the
shit.
day. And the one that I got going was simply the best, better than all the rest.
That's gonna sound way too hot in this mics, but that's cool.
And the context of that was a guy sitting alone at his house singing that to himself while he watched pornos of him fucking his ex-girlfriend. And the guy was Chance Casablanca, Toby's dad.
Nice.
Oh, okay, so it's not real. I get it.
Oh, it's definitely real. Realer than real.
But you know what?
Hyper-real.
It's just one of those things. Like, it took on a life of its own, and it was just like as soon as someone would say it, the whole group would respond, and it would just be like this really funny thing to rally around. And I don't know how those things work, but they do. Every every festival, there's just that one saying, and even though it's completely stupid,
Hogan?
as soon as one person says it, like you just can't help but laugh.
Or it just sort of becomes, well, fuck, weren't we just yelling like, yeah, hey, buddy, or some bullshit too? Yep. That was
Yeah, we're doing a lot of yeps. I'm a big fan of Dave Hester from Storage Wars. And
Oh,
it's just,
yeah. That's what it was.
I just like
Yep.
going,
I
yep.
can only do it once in a while.
Let's hear your yup,
You know,
Dave.
because yep.
No, you gotta be louder.
That's
What's,
weak.
Rich Ward does it the loudest.
That's good.
He
what's
rattles
wrong
you.
with
No,
that?
we're all peaked. That was good.
Yep.
There you go. You got to keep.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be all me editing out the yups
Yep.
because they're all like way too hot, but that's cool.
Oh fuck!
Yes.
I say it when
Did I
you
do it right?
You know, just once in a blue moon. Where
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
When you're ready to get it out.
yeah, you
Once in a
just-
blue moon is just not enough for me.
Yeah. Well, I
Gotta
think that was
abuse
like
it.
once every hour for us from the hours of like 7 till 10.
When I take a good dump, I'll definitely give myself a yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Before
So I was
wiping
just
or
curious.
after?
Are we
Pat on the
watching
back.
a movie on this like 20 by 20 screen that we're sitting in front of here
We will
in,
be,
the,
yes.
in the auditorium?
No, we're just watching Storage Wars.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we're just going to fill out an hour. We're at 51 minutes here, so
But
another.
you kind of get. Do you don't you get tired of it? Like after a while, the yip.
Get
Yeah.
tired of
Yeah,
what?
I do.
Of the,
But then there's always something
I got
else.
tired of
These
it
guys
just now.
doing it all the time.
Like, and I do it-
definitely-
I never
mean,
get tired of it.
No.
I've been
I'm always the
tired
one
of it
doing
since
it.
like last week, but
I mean,
That's right, you're self-serving, I forget.
I found it a
Don't
bit
forget,
funny.
also,
Like,
uh,
on Facebook,
Yeah,
I was-
I'm a
I was
learning
like, oh,
computer,
yeah.
neural
How'd you do it
network
on-
process of yep.
I was like,
Detective
After
John
a while,
Kimball.
everything
Yeah.
grows
I'm
old.
a copy idiot.
I kind of like the
speaking
Yeah
of
Buddy
Arnold-
better.
Expendables
Expendables.
2 was fucking awesome, and I would
Really?
highly recommend anybody around my age, being like 27 to 32, if you liked action movies in the 90s, watch this shit because
You'll
it's
like
so
'em
much
now.
fun.
Watch what?
so it's
The Expendables
Stallone,
2.
New Expendables.
Van
It's-
Damme.
It's
Van
Ar-
Damme.
It was the
Chuck-
mo-
Van
it was
Damme's in it,
Damme's
Chuck
in it.
Norris is in it, Arnold's in it, Bruce
Yeah.
Willis is in it,
Yeah.
Stallone's in it.
It was the
Zombie
movie they
Bruce
wanted to
Lee.
make the first time.
It's-
That was
it's
what they wanted to make
incredible.
Expendables.
It's way
But
better
they couldn't
than
get
the
all the
first one.
guys.
Yeah, well, the first
Statham.
one was like a character-driven story, and this is like an action kick-ass.
And the whole time I was watching the second one, I was just going like, yeah, you the bullets. Really get to the chopper. Shoot him with the bullets and the blood. Yeah, the blood's going all over the place, guy. Yeah.
Did Chuck Norris just sort of like one punch everybody?
No, Chuck Norris was the lone
Hopefully.
wolf that just came in for the cameo
Arnold's
and he'd
making-
slaughter people.
Arnold's making a return to movies though now because he's not governor.
Yeah, he's no
anymore.
longer governor.
Oh.
Please,
No more politics.
no.
You don't
Fuck
like him?
you, man. Arnold's one of the
Arnold's
best.
one of the greatest.
Arnold's awesome.
Suck my
Thumbs
fucking
down.
dick.
What's your problem
T2
with
is one of
Arnold?
the
Terminator
best
2
action
is
movies
So
That's
is
'cause
Predator.
yeah, James
But at the
Cameron.
time, it
That's
was
true.
good, but I don't.
And Commando.
What's he gonna do now?
Fuck you. T2
What's he
still
gonna-
holds
what's he
up and
gonna
I'll
do
watch
now?
it pretty good
Yes,
Christmas
T2
movies.
holds up. Predator holds
No,
up.
I'm not saying
Nowadays,
any of those
his shit's
words
not
weren't
gonna hold
good.
up.
But what's he gonna
What,
do
Expendables
now?
2?
Expendables 2 maybe because it's a novelty trick.
It's fun.
It's not the fucking
as hell.
acting
He
prowess
bothered
and
me
like
when
the
it became
physical
the governor. It
stamina.
pissed me
No, it's
off.
definitely not a
It's
macho.
I just don't know
like
how he
Arnold
could
movie,
become
but-
governor.
And Arnold will
Okay,
never
yeah,
be
fuck
like that.
off
Like
once
that
you
movie
became
is
a-
for
Well,
you.
he married
Who's
Kennedy.
the new best action star then? Who do you
Channing
like?
Tatum,
now?
bro.
That's
Um,
Shia LaBeouf.
The guy from The Raid.
I don't
Colin
know. I don't
Farrell.
know names.
Batman.
I like
dude.
the Bond guy. He's
Yeah.
a good action
I
star.
don't really pay attention.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's only
That British
really,
guy.
Like he's
Daniel
not
Craig.
allowed to
Daniel
play
Daniel
Craig's
Craig.
unbelievable though. Like I don't
It's
really
good.
think that guy can kick that much ass. He just looks like he works out a lot.
Yeah,
I
it's
just-
kind of like a Matt Damon in like the Bourne Legacy, where I like kind of don't buy it. That,
Even
like, he could fight
what's
like that.
Hugh Jackman? I don't think he could kick much ass. He just looks like
He's
he pushes
Wolverine,
a lot of
man.
Tony
weight.
Jaa, and then you got
Tony
the,
Tony
Jaa's
Jaa
sick.
is like legitimately like a dangerous dude.
he is a
Yeah.
dangerous dude. And the guy
Yeah.
who stars in the movie The Raid, where he enters the building and he has to fight his way all the way up to the top building or the top floor of this like
I've
drug
heard about that.
drug
Right.
building. It is
Yeah.
fucking intense. The cinematography
seen
and
it?
choreograph is amazing.
So it's out already.
Yeah, it's out.
Okay, I
Yeah,
have to get
That
it.
I
reminds
don't
me
know
of that
the-
old video game Elevators.
it's yes.
where they have you ever played that with
Yes.
escalators and elevators and trying to make it to the top?
Yeah, that's what this movie's
Nice.
like. It was like a video game because you're just like each level he
It's- it's
powers up,
harder and
level
harder.
up. Yeah,
Sweet.
but the way they moved the camera, like say he would go up through a duct, they'd like go backwards with the camera up through the duct, and then he'd like pop up. It was I don't know. It was really good.
Well
Watch it.
Must see
The
movie.
whole building was like
Well
a set.
done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
a
Morgan
planned set.
sent me something about that too. He's
Yeah.
like, we gotta see this movie.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Put on the must-watch list.
Tony Jaa, is that the guy who did Ong Bak?
Bak.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
a wicked movie.
Tony Jaa entered into some kind of terrible contract that he's trying to get out of, and he's
Why doesn't he just fight his way out, man?
He's
This guy can
fled
kick
into
ass.
the
The
jungles
contract
of
with Tony
Thailand
Jaa.
and become a monk, is what I've heard. A
Show us
Buddhist
the
What
monk.
is with all
Kumitang.
these people? It started with Mace. You remember way back with Mace?
Yeah,
Mace
I'm
the
quitting the
Preacher.
game.
Like Puff
Mason
Daddy
and
and
Mace.
Mace.
Becoming a preacher. You remember that?
Yeah,
That was hilarious. And he actually stuck to it.
Being around
He's
the
a
world.
pastor.
Just a
Ah, yeah,
Well, we had
yeah.
to do that
Yeah.
to get out of contract
We've
with
been
P.
playing
Diddy.
hatred.
Could have been P. Diddy
Didn't want to
squeezing
be
too
P.
hard.
Diddy's
Yeah.
sidekick for the rest of his
Peter
life.
was like, "Yo, Mace, I want you to run my clothing line." He's like, "Fuck you, man. I'm going into pastorhood."
He tried to make a comeback with the Welcome Cotter theme remix.
Welcome back.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't quite work out for him.
That's not true.
You didn't use
No,
enough.
it is true. It is. It
convex
absolutely
Why
is
would
true.
they make the show never decided to come back? Why would they remix the theme?
No, they kept using. They was like, "Welcome, welcome, welcome back."
And they had the
I see
cast
what you mean.
members
Sorry,
from
okay, they're
Diddy's
Sam
in
the
the
That was the
band.
main thing about
in the
Welcome
video.
Back Kotter
What, they
was
had
the
the
song.
Sweathawks in the video?
That's why
Welcome
people fucking
back,
walk
welcome
and shit.
back.
They had John Travolta just giving dudes hand jobs and getting sucked off by masseuses all over the place.
Fucking intro's over.
Hey guys, here's my John Travolta impression.
Hey,
Hey, you want to suck my
fucking-
dick? Hey.
And on that
It's
note,
pretty Fonzie-ish for Travolta.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen Grease? Though?
I'm Barbarino. You want to suck my dick, dude?
How about you lift this towel over here?
Oh, remember our buddy Q at Shambhala was like, I know a friend of who is a masseuse, and he gave John Travolta a massage, and he turned over and he was like, hey, let's do this. And the guy was like, you gotta go.
sorry, John.
You didn't
No special
give
client
John a
option
hand
here.
So
job?
we know
You probably
third
would've been
hand
rich.
that a guy turned down jerking, sucking John Travolta.
Wow.
Excellent.
So it's the rumors are
He
true.
could have made tons of
I don't
money.
know,
The
doesn't really-
rumors are true.
Doesn't really surprise me.
Dude,
But
fucking and
You
sucking
know that
John
thing that you
Travolta's
hear,
probably not that
you
glamorous.
believe everything you hear with with a grain of salt, or you take everything.
Oh, I totally believe that.
Yeah.
believe
No,
everything.
no, it's 100%.
100%
We need
true.
a salt shaker for
I'm
this
surprised the guy didn't do it.
John Travolta's
We need
probably
a
looking
salt
to get
shaker,
sucked
yeah.
and fucked at every opportunity. He's getting on in years, man. Vincent Vega needs to bust and
What do you
not.
think? What do you think he has the fucking plane, man? He goes international for his fucking
That
stuff.
goes right up to his doorstep.
I
That's
wonder if it
incredible.
affects
From
his,
Thailand
his
to his
pilot
doorstep.
career
That's
that his son named Jet died. Can he only fly
Eh.
biplanes now?
No, he's moved on to the Twin Otter.
Can he only fly helicopters
His
now
son
that
died?
He has
Yeah,
a
he had a son
commercial
named
like
Jet.
737 that like guys who goes up to his house.
and he
Yeah.
can no longer
It's a
fly
runway
a
to his
jet?
house.
That's
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I've seen the aerial shot of it.
Yeah.
Of the house. It's
That's
crazy.
silly.
Does he live in Cloud City?
It's
Yeah, he probably does.
Australia, was it? Somewhere.
2-minute warning.
Oh, that's it. That's how fast an hour goes.
Warning. Yes. Anybody
Well,
else
how
got
should we
any
wrap this
fucking
up?
brilliant
Well,
shit they want
long
to
and
share?
short, I'm back to crushing
Brilliant
pussy.
mind
Think
bending
about
shit.
it later.
I'm back to
When I'm in
crushing
bed.
pussy. So if you're in Victoria and you want to get fucked,
Don't call him.
Direct message me on Twitter at the Real Ben Fudge
And see him at the Canby.
because I'm slinging dick.
And later
now.
on at the clinic, where I think you'll end up.
Yeah, and if you want to catch some dick, come watch me do stand up at the Canby.
Or herpes.
Bring a gas
I don't have
mask.
herpes yet.
Wait, you're not a true player. I'm quoting
yeah, we gotta
quoting a famous
leave
man.
on
You're not a
this.
true player until you have herpes.
I'm not a
Yeah.
true player.
Until you're on the dirty.
Until you've caught an STD.
See,
you're
you'll
not
go
a
and
true
find
player.
him on
Yeah.
thedirty.com.
We
or
won't
whatever.
say who
Actually,
said
you know
that.
what?
But he was
One
he was
fudge
on the
appearing on the
podcast.
He was
dirty.
on
I
the
was
podcast.
thinking,
Two months.
what we should do for fun is set up a fake account on Blender.
What's Blender?
Blender is this thing you put on your smartphone, and you have like a GPS thing, and you can look up people in your neighborhood that want to fuck.
What?
And
What happened just right now is you felt you had something more important to say than the sounds coming out of your asshole.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
That is. That is.
That's an evolutionary leap.
when the mouth
Like
takes
that.
I didn't want
precedence.
to fuck up my
That's
flow.
cool. Put that on your timeline or
I
something.
didn't want to
That
fuck
was
up my
good.
flow, man.
So there's a geographic locational phone
Yeah, BLENDR.
thing.
Let's
Blender app.
let's make up an app for Toby and see how fast he can crush some pussy.
Holy shit.
Virtual
That'd be
pussy.
quick.
And then we'll just send Dane over.
Alex has
With the
faith
video
in Toby.
camera.
I bet that'd be quick.
And Dane's the complete opposite of
Oh,
Toby
it would
because
be.
one, you don't ride a motorcycle,
And,
and you don't have frosted tips.
Toby does have frosted tips.
So
Yes.
that'd be good.
Toby's
'cause
gonna
you-
change his hairstyle.
and then when they're like, "What?" You'd be like, "Dude, Durexes don't fit."
But it's true, they don't, man.
No, fuck Durex, man.
Toby doesn't use
Trojan. I'm a Trojan man.
Toby doesn't use condoms, man. He throws
Mags.
caution to the wind.
Toby
his
definitely
semen.
has.
They're too small.
Toby definitely has
It's all,
herpes.
it's all about the golden.
Well, we won't be
tickets.
advertising for
here's the
Durex.
thing. Here's the thing. Is the size of the condom that important, or is it just like a matter of shooting
Yes,
your load
it's
into
important.
the tip?
Dude, have you ever had your dick choked by like a condom way too small, and you're like, ah,
But yeah, I just
Too
thought that
small
was
is
the way
better
it
than too
was.
big, though.
too small? Yeah,
If
that's
your condom's too big,
Maybe you
that's not
shouldn't
good.
use a candy bar.
Oh my God!
With
Have
an
you ever?
elastic
Have you guys
band.
ever lost a condom in a chick and like
Yeah.
not told her about it?
No, I told her. Why would you not tell her?
Well,
Oh, by the way, there's some
I was
latex
just,
shoved up
I was
your
too
vagina.
drunk to
By the
really
way,
remember what
Were
was
you
going
in a
on.
foreign country?
And yes, I was.
Fair enough.
I was in a foreign country.
And
And
riddle solved.
yeah, I was fucking a school teacher on the rooftop of some
God.
fucking building. I don't even
What
know.
did she learn from this?
She
You can have a
learned
student
that
of your own
she
soon
had
enough.
to check her own vagina for her fucking that used condom. Anyway, so moving
But
on.
you know, like, good on her.
That's
for
a great way to end the podcast.
You better not cut that.
No, but I mean, like, good on her
No, I'll
for
leave
having
that.
such a tight vag that squeezed
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rubber right off. the
Yes.
Yeah.
See the silver lining. That's the attitude to have in life.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that was
Yeah.
my main concern. Like I had like when I was banging the 20-year-old this week, I had to keep like adjusting the condoms so it like slip off and shit.
Oh,
And then like one time I had to like
That's
pull
rough.
it out of her after I nutted. She's like, "That's gross." And I was like, "That's true."
They need to make condoms with like straps, you know, like garter belts
Around
your
around your
suspenders.
waist and around your back.
Fucking suspenders on
runs
Yeah,
right through your
suspenders
taint.
off the condom.
It's like strapped back through your taint and around your fucking legs, your ass cheeks. Dude, that's like a strap-on
That's
condom.
pretty much a strap-on condom.
that is fucking awesome.
That's
stuff.
right. We
It'd
go-
either
we-
be really
we-
classy
we go to-
or-
we go to
It's
the
you
limits.
just can't like launch a bunch of spermicide through your urethra before you even start getting it on, so you can just fucking neutralize that
that's
shit.
vicious.
No,
right
that's
away.
what's next. That's like in science, like they want to really like nerf the male sperm.
Oh, so they're gonna give us like a male DMT shot or whatever that is, DPT or
I don't know. I think they've been doing
DMT
it for
shot?
years with like
Ooh.
plastic
No, seriously, like after
that we
you
eat off of and out of.
Well, you guys can really like after you go a while and then you bang a really hot chick, like your dick feels like it takes its own persona on. Like it feels fucking powerful. Like
Mine aches
A
after
mind
I'm
of its
really
own.
like your
It's
dick
just like,
like your
holy
dick
shit,
turns
give it a
into Hulk
break.
Hogan. It's like, all right, dude, like, you're gonna get this girl pregnant, brother, because you're gonna be a father, dude. What you gonna do when Hulkamania takes control of your dick, brother?
There goes
And
that
like
condom.
Hulkamania, like your dick's about to sprout like the 24-inch pythons and tear the condom in half, like Hulk tears his shirt.
Oh shit.
Time to be a father, brother.
If that
Hogan
happens,
knows best, dude.
No.
that sounds like priorism.
Now I'm just picturing him
think
in
what
like a
you're
condom
experiencing-
commercial.
Hogan knows best, dude. And then your dick tells you to call 1-800-COLLECT, and you're like, whoa. Little late for that one, Dick. Nobody uses payphones anymore.
And then your then your dick breaks into a Slim Jim and like eats it down his urethra.
Whoa, you're crossing Hogan with Macho Man. That's not right.
Oh, is that sacrilege? I forgot.
Yeah.
Once your dick sprouts 24-inch pythons, it's pretty much guaranteed your dick's Hulk Hogan.
I put neon
Unless your dick
neon
sprouts
tape
another
around
2
mine
arms,
because
then
it's
your
the
dick is
Ultimate Warrior.
Moro from Mortal Kombat.
Ted DiBiase.
Forearm dick. Just punching the shit out of a girl's butthole while you fuck her.
Oh man.
Could it jerk
Yeah.
itself?
That happens accidentally.
We're at our hour, folks.
On that note,
Dude, I carried the last
Um,
5 minutes of this shit.
since
Everybody
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
read
Let's
go
do it
read
now.
a
That was
book
amazing. That
or
was gonna
something.
be-
Don't we do 2 hour
Read it on
podcasts?
Read a
Podcast
book,
sometimes?
follow me on Twitter, and suck my
follows,
fucking dick.
turn your browser off.
Yeah, turn your
Oh,
browser
and
off.
pretty soon we're gonna get a real website and server space. We're all gonna throw down the like.
So you can get us
$5
on
or whatever it
iTunes,
takes.
And we're not
And
going to
listen to
tell
us
you
on
what
your
it is.
smartphones and in your ear holes
Carry us
while you're
with you
driving home from
everywhere.
work.
inside, deep inside your brain.
Yeah.
Penetrating.
you idiot. Y'all sluts.
Boosh. All right, well, happy fucking August here. We are calling it the end of the 11th West Coast Highlife.
We'll see you
And,
next month
we'll
when
see
I
you
get
guys
my
in
development
September.
deal.
When
Let's have a fart
Fudge
for the road.
takes his comedy to die to the Canby, we'll see you guys for that one on Monday.
Yeah, come to the Canby and see me kill it
Come there to shovel the dirt
Whichever
over his
Monday
Shovel dirt
happens
on
to
his
follow this
comedy
podcast.
grave.
every Monday.
But
All Mondays.
all Mondays.
I'm
every
taking
Take
working.
care and be well,
Let's
everybody.
repeat ourselves again.
Yeah. All right, well, myself right here, Darcy Declectic.
At the real Ben Fudge on Twitter.
signing off.
Peace.